This is John Young with the Weekend Sportsman. We are at the St. Cloud Sportsman Show here. We are looking at some of the cool new things here, and one of the most popular things for ice fishermen are the Vexilar depth finders. And right here I've got Doug, who's going to tell us a little bit about some of the new models out there for the guys who are wanting to get out there and catch some fish on the weekends. Doug, tell us about it.
So this is our FL8. This is our bread and butter. This is what started it all for us. This model right here will do everything you want it to do for ice fishing. For panfish, walleyes, crappies, name it, it'll do it. As you move up the line here to different units, you're just getting different features. So this FL8 has got 525 lines of resolution on it. So that means that this bulb is going to blink 525 times one time around. One time around, 525 lines. That's where you get a good, crisp, clean picture. The more lines of resolution you can put on a screen, the better picture you're going to get. So now all three units have 525 lines of resolution. We're just going to talk about different features. So this is our entry-level unit for somebody that wants to get into flasher fishing, that doesn't want to spend a ton of money. You can get into this unit for around $250. Great unit. It's going to do anything you want it to do for ice fishing. Let's move up the line a little farther here. This is the FL20. This is a flat screen version of a flasher. This has the sun cone flat screen. Brighter bulbs, you can see them bright sunlit days. This 20 has what we call a zoom feature built in. So you can split the screen and you can have the bottom 6 feet or the bottom 12 feet zoomed, magnified. So that comes in really handy when you're fishing perch or walleye, something that relate tight to the bottom. So basically what you're doing in technical terms is on this is going to be your regular water column side, okay? That's going to have a 1-inch target ID, okay? When you go to the zoom feature, you're going to cut that down to a 1/2 inch. So basically what you're doing is you're kind of magnifying what you're seeing down there. Very nice to have for perch and walleyes, like I said, that something that relates right close tight to the bottom. These two units come with 10 levels of interference rejection built in, so you can run multiple units. Let's say a fish house, a wheelhouse, things like that, close to each other. This one has a daytime and a nighttime mode, so you can adjust the bulb intensities a little bit so it's not quite so bright, like if you're in a low light condition fish house, dark fishing, things like that. All of them have a gain knob. This is kind of like a volume knob on a radio. So the higher you turn your gain up, you're adjusting the pulse length is kind of what you're doing. So the deeper the water, the smaller the jig, things like that, you're going to have to adjust your gain. A good way to know how you have your gain set is you have your transducer in your hole, you're sending down a pulse, you're seeing your bottom, okay? Start dropping your jig down. If your jig is not showing up, or your bait is not showing up, slowly turn the gain up until, oh, there's a faint green line going down. There's my jig going down. So basically what you're doing is you want your jig showing up as a thin green line. That's the weakest return signal. So when a fish comes in, that's going to be a red signal. So you're going to be able to distinguish, here's my green jig, here's a red mark underneath it. Here comes this fish to bite. You don't want to turn your gain up a lot and turn your jig into a big red line. This is the 20, this is the 28. This is our new unit that's on the market this year. This all is digital data transfer. These are analog systems. This is all digital. This one has 5 different color palettes you can choose from now. So we've incorporated some whites and some blues in some of the color palettes. One of the biggest reasons we did that is for colorblind people. Some of the fishermen out there are colorblind. They can't see reds, they can't see greens. So we've incorporated that into the FLX28. 20 levels of interference rejection now on the FL28 versus any of the other units, the standard 10 levels of interference, okay? This one also has the nighttime and the daytime modes, so it really brightens the bulbs up. This one also has the 6 and the 12-foot zoom capabilities, as does the 20. The lines of resolution are going to be a little bit crisper with this one, just because it's a digital data transfer system, so the microprocessor has to work relatively fast, a lot quicker than this one, okay? This has an auto mode. All these other ones you have to choose what range you want to be in. So 0 to 20, 0 to 40, 0 to 60. This one's going to automatically pick the range you should be in for you. So if it's 22 feet of water, it's going to pick auto range 25. You're going to get all the lines of resolution on there, okay? Very nice to have, and the 28 has a digital display. So it's going to digitally display your depth. The other ones don't have that. Okay? You can put an aftermarket on them, an aftermarket digital display. You can put them on any Vexilar you have. So them are the biggest differences from the 3 here. We also have an 18, and we also have a FL12. The FL12 we don't have here. You can buy though. It's kind of like the flat screen version of the FL8. And then the FL18 looks just like this one, but has a 6-foot zoom capability. So no matter what unit you decide to buy, it's going to work relatively well for you. All the units come with a 12-volt, 9-amp battery, except for the Gens box. This has a little smaller battery in it. 9-amp is going to give you the most runtime hours possible from the battery that you have. These units, we're getting 30 to 40 runtime hours on a single charge. But we tell everybody when you buy a Vexilar and when you use it, bring it home every night and charge it. You want to think of this battery as just like a battery in a car. Charge, discharge, charge, discharge, charge, discharge. That's what gives you longevity of your battery. The MAP pricing is you're gonna spend MAP no sale about $300 on this one, entry level. Not a lot of sales on these units, but sometimes you'll find sales at the end of the year. And an FL20 in a Pro Pack like this, the round Pro Pack, you're going to spend about $549, right around in there. On the FLX28, retail pricing on the Pro Pack is about $600. $649 for the Ultra Pack, and the Ultra Pack has 2 ports on the front here. So if you have external lights, like those rope lights you can put in your portable fish, you can run them off this battery by just clipping them on here. That's the Ultra Pack. The FLX28 comes with a soft case in the Ultra or the Pro. The other ones don't, but you can buy accessories, external cases for them. For more information on any of our units, any more questions that you have, go to Vexilar.com. We have a great page that explains all of our units.